You're listening to Overflow Funnels, the podcast for creative entrepreneurs who want sustainable, freedom first marketing strategies that actually convert. I'm Stina, Pinterest and funnel strategist for business owners who are done with burnout and ready for overflow. Every week, I'll break down the strategy behind showing up less, selling more, and building a business that supports your life, not the other way around. Let's dive in. Welcome back to Overflow Funnels, where we talk about building marketing ecosystems that don't just look good, they actually make you money. So today we're going to kick off a 10-part series all about fixing, optimizing, and scaling your funnel for predictable sales. This series is built on real strategy. I'm not going to have any fluffy hacks or anything like that in here. It's just proven strategies that I use for myself and my clients. And we're going to start off with the most important questions of all, I think, and that is what actually makes a funnel convert. Because if you've built a funnel that looked beautiful, like you feel like it should do its thing and make you money, but it's not making the sales that you want, like barely anything. And if you've poured your hours into like a lead magnet, a welcome sequence, or like this sexy branded sales page only to hear crickets, like this episode is for you. So let's just dive right in. We're going to start talking about some myths of funnel failure and what doesn't make a funnel convert. And I just want to clarify here in the beginning, it is not your tech. It's not like whether you're using ConvertKit, Flowdesk, MailerLite, whatever it is. You don't need to have like some expensive tool to make your funnel work. And it's not your fonts or the colors. It is not how many Canva templates you used in your opt-in. And it's also not about how many people are clicking and joining your list. Because all of this is surface level. It's surface level metrics, aesthetics, and sure, they're helpful. I mean, we gotta have a brand that resonates with our ideal client. We can't just have it all being all messy. It has to have like a cohesiveness. But it's not the full story. Most people think their funnel is broken because they're not making sales. But I don't think it's broken necessarily. There's some misalignment there, which means the psychology behind the journey you're asking someone to take is not fully connected. So there's a disconnect. You've built the structure, but the messaging and the belief building and the strategy pacing, that is what is off. So here's what a converting funnel really does. It meets someone where they are. It shifts their beliefs just enough, to get them curious, like what is this, what is it all about, and gives them a clear, like frictionless way to say yes. It's so obvious what their next step is. A converting funnel has the right entry point, like your freebie or content needs to attract the people who are close to buying, not just freebie seekers or fellow, like insert your industry here. It needs to be something your ideal client find very useful. And then number 2, the right buyer belief path. From email 1 to email 5, or however many one you're having in your sequence, you're walking them through a transformation in their thinking. Because they might start your funnel unsure, But we want to make sure that they ended your nurture sequence, that they ended ready to whip out their card and buy. And number 3, the right offer positioning. So you're not going to just list out features. You're going to present your offer as a no-brainer, like a natural continuation of the journey that they've already started with you. Again, it's the next step, and it's so obvious. So here's an example from a client that I worked with recently. She's a branding expert, and her funnel, there was like nothing obviously wrong with it. It was executed well when it comes to the tech. And her freebie, like her lead magnet was a brand audit checklist. And the follow-up emails that she had were solid, but no one was upselling from the checklist to her branding package, which is a high ticket package. And why? Like, it was obvious when looking at her landing page and everything, even though it was executed nicely and there was nothing really wrong, it was attracting DIYers. So those are not ready to drop like 2, 3, 4K on done for you. So we had to shift the freebie to 3 mistakes that are repelling high ticket clients from your website guide. More like a high ticket freebie. It's not a huge freebie. It's like 3 mistakes, 3 things. But they can make a huge difference for the person downloading it. And it will show off her expertise and just give them like a tiny, tiny, tiny piece of how it's like to work with her. And then we went in, adjusted the emails to focus on the cost of staying stuck in the DIY mode, and reframed the offer as a solution to a very expensive and urgent problem. Like, they want to get this fixed now, their branding. And the funnel, like I said, it stayed mostly the same, but the psychology changed, and that is where the sales start happening. So if your funnel is not converting, here are 3 things I want you to check out today. Number 1, your entry point. Is your freebie attracting buyers or content hoarders, like freebie seekers? Is the problem itself specific and urgent? It does not have to be big. Think micro problem, something that will just give them a taste of how it is to work with you. And does it naturally lead into your offer? So something you can do here, if you don't have that, take a tiny piece of strategy from your big offer, like your high ticket offer, make it your lead magnet. Like, just a tiny piece, solve a micro problem that they have. One of my lead magnets are a content channel where I give content. On a weekly basis, I drop content prompts in there. Because content is a big part of my coaching offer. So that solves like this micro problem for my ideal client. They got their content fixed, but what about like the rest of the funnel? That's what we do in my coaching offer, my high ticket offer. And I'll drop the link to the Telegram channel in the show notes. So if you want to join, you can join. Just like a slight plug there, but that's how you do it. Micro problem. Number 2 is your email journey. So are you making sure that your emails are shifting beliefs, making them little urgent? You don't have to slap like a countdown timer on them, but more making it urgent in a way of saying like, this problem you're having right now, the longer you wait to get it fixed, is going to cost you even more money. It's not just going to cost you time. It's going to cost you money, because we all know time is money. And then also, like, are you sharing your stories, objection, and using the language of your buyer? Do they feel guided in the emails, or are they just being talked at? Like, you want the email to feel like a conversation to build trust, not just like listing out 4 ways to do this, 5 ways to do that, not just tips and promotions. Build trust. And then number 3 is your offer positioning. Does your sales page clearly communicate the transformation? Not just listing out again, not just listing out the features, but what do they walk away with after the container you're trying to sell or the product you're trying to sell? Are you addressing real objections on your sales page, questions you're getting from your audience, the objections, all of that? Just address that straight up on the sales page, and when you're selling your offers. And again, I want to stress this. Does it feel like a continuation of what they already said yes to? So if they already said yes to a lead magnet, is the next offer a continuation of that? Does it make sense? You can't just go out and sell a weight loss program and then like 2 seconds later, what you're selling them is a branding package. That doesn't make sense. So you got to keep with the fitness, weight loss theme over there, because that's your expertise. Like, you can't just like jump all over. Okay, so those are the 3 things I want you to go check out: your entry point, your email journey, and your offer positioning. Because your funnel, it can convert consistently. It can bring in sales while you're offline, and with leads you don't have to chase. But it won't do if it's just a collection of different parts. Funnels are not about automations. They are automated, which is beautifully, but they're about alignment. And when you align your entry point offer, your nurture, and your main offer or your high ticket offer, you create a path your buyers are excited to walk. It's natural. It's like, give me more. No conviction, no pushing, and no burnout for you. And you build something that works with you. And that is going to give you time back, space back, and revenue that is not depending on being on all the freaking time. And that's the whole point of building a funnel. Not just to sell, but to scale with ease. So if you're listening to all of this and you're thinking, okay, Stina, I have a funnel, but this just exposed exactly why it's not converting. Here's your next step. First of all, go back, do the 3 steps that I mentioned. But then you can take my brand new funnel fix quiz. It's designed to pinpoint exactly what you're struggling with and what to do about it. So whether your freebie is attracting the wrong people, your nurture sequence isn't doing its job, or your offer stack is falling flat, we don't want that. This quiz gives you a custom action plan based on what stage your funnel is stuck in. It's so easy. It is 1 question and you will get your answer. And in the next episode, we're diving into the number 1 reason most funnel leak without you even realizing it. Spoiler alert, it's not your email. It is actually your entry point, and we talked a little bit about it today. So see you in the next one.